Hi, y'all. How you doing? I'm in here by myself. Pigeon Lady, hello. And Junk Shop, mwah, mwah, mwah. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. What y'all up to today? Everybody behaving themselves? My house is a run with construction workers, dirt movers, air conditioning repair people, children, pets, and even the husband was here for a few minutes a while ago. I had to call him. He's like, come talk to these people. I don't know what to tell them. Hi, Math Pig. How you doing, honey? It's not, other than that, a whole lot going on today. It's the last day of winter vacation. The kids go back to school tomorrow. Yes! I love them, but I love school. Helicopter dog. That was random. Yeah. She does the ear flap thing. I call her helicopter dog. The dogs are unhappy because they can't go out and roam the backyard freely today because the gates are open with dirt movers and my backyard looks like a wreck. A bad wreck. We have to fill in a bunch of dirt washout problems that we were having. We fixed the foundation already, but there was a lot of problems. We got the gutters up now. We got the painting done. The drains are put in. And now we're filling in dirt, and then we get to rebuild the deck. Yay, that's going to be fun. At some point, there's going to be no in or out access to the back door for a day or so. So that's always fun. The dogs have their own door, so they're used to just being able to go in and out whenever they please. And they've been all cooped up in the house today and not happy about it. Yes, Math Pig, we are still on for later. You guys tune in at 4 o'clock Central, my time, uh, on Math Pig's channel. We're going to be hanging out, taking it easy, according to the thumbnail. I have a little bit of a cold, so y'all are just going to have to bear with me if the sneezies come. Can you tell my eyes are all... Ugh. I have medicine I can take, but it makes me really, really sleepy. I have too much to do to be sleeping today. I slacked off last week and didn't do any granny. I'll have that coming out tomorrow, so... humongous thank you to Junk Shop Piece, my very first ever patron. I'm excited about that. I'm still not sure how that works, but I'm working on it. I owe you a poem, my friend. I know we agreed on a limerick, but I'm not sure we agreed on a subject. Do you want it to be about you? Would you like it to be about your crawfish friend in the tank? I don't know. You gotta tell me what subject matter you choose. A glass of wine, chill with Angie. I don't drink wine, but I will be chill. I have my own ways of chilling. Wine gives me a headache. Seriously. When just I remember being able to drink it when I was young, but that's the worst headache I've ever had in my life is drinking wine. Will give me a headache while I'm drinking it. Like not even have to have a lot of it or anything. Just I don't know. My blood doesn't like it. I don't know. I can't claim sobriety, but I don't really drink much. If I drink at all, it's a couple of mixed drinks or so at karaoke night or maybe for girls' night. So, but I don't claim any kind of sobriety. I'm usually at least a half a foot off the ground anytime you see me. What about the crawfish? Well, I've been watching your videos for a while, and I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do, there once was a fellow named Junk Shop who ripped on the Bible like nonstop, or if you wanted me to be more specific. So, okay. I'm losing to Sassy. That's terrible. That's just terrible. No comment other than that. Sorry, Math Pig, but okay. I will see you later and we will chat. He's like, yeah, I get to see her after a while. I'm going to go do something else. First attempt singing online will break a leg, Sassy. She's on one of my lists. I won't tell you which one. I'm not going to be that way today. I might, but probably not. I'm in a strange mood. The holidays had me all jacked up, and everything is like slowing down and getting back to normal. And now that's messing with me because life, normal life, and responsibilities and stuff like that just. I need some ideas for new stuff you guys might want to see on the channel. Somebody said I should give beauty and hair tips and stuff, and I thought that those are a dime a dozen. I don't have any more knowledge than the people already doing those things. I have different opinions, but I can't say I have more knowledge than that. In spite of my years of experience, I'm a shampoo is shampoo kind of lady. It's pretty much all the same. If it's awful, you'll come back. Well, we'll know in a few minutes. Shadow Kitty, hi honey, how you doing? A cooking show? Oh my gosh, if I could do that, I would like to do that, but I have no. My kitchen is shit. It just is. It's the smallest little. It's apartment-sized kitchen, and I have red countertops, and they're old, and my kitchen's ugly, and I don't really want anybody to see it. Which is why I have this, because I wasn't having good luck with the green screen stuff, so I just put up something shiny, because shiny. I bling, therefore I am. Hi, Hans. Hans P.S. Hansen is here. Very nice to see you. War crime if you sang? Oh, dear. I appreciate people who understand their limitations. I sing okay. I'm not a pro, never will be a pro, but I enjoy it very much. But God dang it, everybody can't sing because then there would be nobody who wanted to listen to other people sing. You have to have those that can't in order to have audience, I think. So thank you for being audience, those who are audience. Purple's here. Hi, Purple. How you doing? Yeah, I'm soloing it. I don't know that I do that well. I haven't done it enough times. I'm pretty good at talking to myself, but I'm glad you guys are over there in the chat. You can get decal stickers to turn your tiles side different. Set up a small area to show prep and silver foil on the cooker. Nobody will know. So you got it all planned out. How come you're not doing a cooking show? Oh, my kitchen is so ugly. This house was built in 73, 72, something like that. And the Formica countertops are red, which you would think would tickle me absolutely to death because red is my favorite color. And when I first saw them, I was like, oh, cool, red countertops. And then it was like, no, these are not fun. And bleach does bad things to them over time, and they're really old. And the cabinets, everything in my house is wood. The walls have wood panel, and the cabinets are wood, and there's too much wood in here. I think it's horrible. Purple has no musical talent at all and envy anyone who does. You know it, if you can clap your hands to the beat, you got that's all the musical talent anybody's gotta have, my opinion. Can we get with the program, you know? That was always the thing that used to upset me at church though, that they felt the need that you had to clap along to every song that had even a slightly upbeat tempo. And it's part of that priming thing. I call it priming. They called it praise and worship. I call it priming. Red Formica is atrocious. It is. It is absolutely horrendous. And I have ugly wallpaper border thing. This house was here and well decorated by the time I got here. I inherited the house with the husband. And I love him to the moon and the back, but he has terrible taste and is not good at decorating and things like that. It's not his fault. He just doesn't have that skill. It kind of looked like it looked like a Bennigan's or something. When I first moved in here, there was like everything all over the walls and knickknacks everywhere and things and more things. Yeah. Not cleanable, if you get my drift. So a lot of that's gone. Not all of it, but some of it. It took me 20 years to get it a little better. Now we're fixing it up so we can get rid of it and get the hell out of here. I want out of this house. I want out of this neighborhood. I can't stand my neighbors. White people got over them. Purple, I'm so sorry. I know people who cannot keep a beat to the music. It's okay. Can't dance, can't do any of those things. You don't have to be musically inclined to be an awesome human in my book. It doesn't hurt, but it's not a necessity. I actually have heard people say that they don't like music, and I cannot get my head around that. It does not compute in this brain at all. Like, there's not one song you ever liked ever, or like just music in general you don't like. I've never understood that. I'm not fault them. I be how you want, think what you want, like what you want. I can't personally understand it at all. It's like air to me. So there's always this something playing in my head, elevator music in my head. Isn't there a name for that? I do have like chili pepper decor in the kitchen. We keep going back. I keep seeing the red Formica. It haunts me. Pigeons always land in the soup pot before I've turned to cooker on. Oh no, we don't want to cook the pigeons. Don't cook the pigeons. Hi, Philip. How you doing? Good to see you, my dear. Thank you for the compliment. Um, as far as not trusting someone who didn't like music, I don't know. Uh, I'm a little naive. I tend to trust people even when I shouldn't until I default to I like you until you give me a reason not to. And I trust you until you give me a reason not to. So, yeah. So I guess that's naive. Isn't that what that means? I'm pretty sure. I have I have actually heard people say they didn't like music. Um, you occasionally get those random tweets on Twitter where someone says, name an unpopular opinion or something that someone doesn't know about you, and I've seen the response, I hate music, or I don't like music. And I just look at that person, and I usually go click on their profile just to see if there's anything else wrong with them. Like, what else is your, explain this. There's got to be something that explains this. Were you traumatized by a marching band? Were you, forced to wear headphones as a child? What's the problem? How can you not like music? So, no, I can't understand it. But it is a thing, apparently, that I've seen people say. Not something I could ever attest to myself. It's like knowing a secret language. Not a secret language, but second language. And I wish I could speak fluently another language other than that, but it's the one that I know. So, yeah, it's time passing. It's background noise, if nothing else, when things are too quiet. Or I, my car radio is always on. I have been known to turn it down a little bit sometimes if someone's trying to speak to me, but it's usually on and up. Can't drive without tunes at all. It's bad. And cleaning house, got to have the stereo on, got to have the music playing, and it's got to be something. Stop kicking the desk, dummy. It's got to be something I can dance to or bounce to. I don't dance very well. They had a service on Saturday. I didn't know about that, Philip. No one told me. Traumatized by marching band sounds like a Bukowski poem. I loved being in the marching band. I cry at parades because I want to be in the parade. Like, I want to be in the. I miss being in the parade. I have a weakness for musicians, Mr. Shadow Kitty. All three of my husbands have been at least claimed to be musicians. The second one I'm not so sure about. I don't remember ever hearing him play a single note on anything or doing anything productive for that matter, much less musical. But the first one was very musical. He's one of those people that can pick up an instrument, show him a couple here. This is where you put your fingers, and then he can just start playing stuff by ear. So very talented in that respect. My second husband, or my third husband, is the one I have now, the keeper, the best one so far. He is a guitar player, strings player, banjos, fiddles, that kind of stuff. But he's gotten into more collecting now than playing. I don't hear him playing his guitars much anymore. But he's proud of his collection. I think he's got like 12 now. I don't know if he counts my bass as one of his guitars in the collection, but probably. So, yes, I have a bass guitar. I have also an instrument collection. Most of them I can't really play very well, if at all. I married an entire band. No, I've just been around the block 3 times now. This is the third, and third time was the charm. And he's a keeper. He bugs the crap out of me, but he puts up with my crap better than anybody else. And his annoying things are tolerable, so that's how we get along. I love him. He's a good guy, and he's actually a pretty good guitar player too. If he played with half of the toys that he has in the music stuff that we've got, we would probably be, it could be an entire band if we worked hard enough at it. But he's got a real job too, so I don't make him do stuff like that. I won't deny, when we were dating, I was thinking, hey, we could jam. We can jam together, That's, when you weigh out the pluses and minuses, okay, this guy's good for this reason and not so good for this reason. And I don't know if anybody else does that. Hi, Lucy. How are you doing? Yeah, I goods plus bads, especially on the third time around. It was like, okay, this is like, it's more like buying a car than picking a mate. It's like, how reliable is this going to be? How interesting is it going to meet my needs you know, power and speed wise? Is it gonna? It's very much like buying a car. Is that shallow or terrible? I don't think it's terrible. Sky rockets and fly. I even have that on a Hosey. What's it here? Dun, 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 dun. Anybody wants to come in, shout out, and I will send you a link. I do have it in my Millimates group. And I don't know where um, Faith's probably working, so if I had to guess, she's working. She works all the time. Nadine is either gaming or resting. It's not lunch. It's not supper time for her yet, so she's probably gaming, which is good. Keep her occupied. She's having a good time with that. Go watch some TV with my old lady. All right. I've been trying to find something interesting to watch on Netflix, and I found 2 sentence horror stories, and I was watching that for a little while, and they just kept getting stupider, and I'm not very good. I used to love horror movies and scary movies and scary TV shows and stuff, and they just don't faze me like they used to. I'm so glad you popped in. It's always good to see you, sweetie. Aw, I feel you there. Dad was Dad was well on his way when he passed, and it was something that upset him. He did not want to live longer than his sensibilities, and so that's why I think he just decided that night he was done. It's weird, but that's how it appeared to me. Just today, I'm done. That's my last day. I just don't want to wake up tomorrow. Oh, I'm the only one talking. I got quiet, didn't I? Sorry about that. Sloth Girl is a local celebrity doing karaoke. Wait, no. It's very sad that she had to give up her guitar because her fingers can't handle it. Oh, that's why I can't play my stringed instruments that I have, because I have not got enough strength in my fingers to press hard enough. Like, I don't have enough grip in my left hand, and I'm a little bit spastic. I guess I have trouble keeping it in the rhythm. Guess who's here? Nadine. Game.
Game, 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 game.
How you
I,
doing?
I'm not bad. I'm not gaming.
Um,
I'm
I see you gaming.
what?
I
I,
see you
I'm I'm
gaming.
I'm not. I'm being good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's
Awesome.
one of those days where there are things going on beyond my control, and I'm just trying to ride the wave.
Woohoo! Ride the wave.
Hanging 10, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Flippin' It's all about how we cope. All about how we cope.
At least the work that's getting done around here now is visible. It's
Yeah,
visible progress that I can see, which is always helpful.
yeah,
The under the house stuff that wasn't real obvious was not much fun, but a
yeah,
giant pile of dirt in my driveway disappearing and becoming landscape in my backyard is pretty satisfying.
yeah.
Especially since I'm not having to do the shoveling and stuff.
Hmm.
Not
Absolutely,
that I
that's gotta be
couldn't, I just
wonderful.
don't want to.
Hmm. Yeah, well, oops.
Oh, dude.
don't
If you
don't
told me about
start.
that and I forgot, I'm sorry. There's been a lot going on. I'm sorry, Nadine. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm like, don't starve. It's the name of the game. I was starving.
Don't starve. I had to shove sandwich in my face before I started this too, because I haven't.
You had to not starve either.
Yeah, had to not
Awesome.
starve.
Awesome.
I've been craving sandwiches the last couple of days. I had one that was I made the other day that was really really good, and ever since it's like I want another one of those sandwiches.
Gotta have a sandwich. Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Awesome. So that's awesome. You're having a good day too, though, right? Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Awesome.
much.
Cool.
Hoping to get things accomplished, and it's Tuesday, so I hope Grandpa remembers he's supposed to bring home supper. It's not my job today.
Ooh.
Feeding up to lunchtime is my job, and then supper is his job tonight. So we'll see how that goes.
Ooh.
It never goes the way I think it's going to, but we'll see.
Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well.
I'm really up for some Mexican food myself, but if we go to the one that I like, it's always so noisy nowadays. I don't know.
I don't like noisy restaurants.
Well, people don't have no manners around here.
No.
Nobody taught them how to have an inside voice. And when you mix margaritas into that, forget it. You know.
Mhm. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, because mixing that into noise is just like, yikes.
Like my 9-year-old with ADHD behaves better than the adults in the room. And my kids are looking around at these people going, wow. Like even they're like, what's wrong with these people? They understand they're not the only people in the room.
Yeah, that really bugs me about some folk.
If it was a bar,
Mhm.
and you're hanging out and the music's loud, but sometimes they even have the music up really loud. But I go there because the food's good. I like
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah.
I can deal with the ambiance if the food's good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's me. I can't deal with the ambiance if it's too loud. I have sensitive ears.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was little. I was a little more tolerant of noise, but now it's like, no, it's just horrible. Just like, no, I don't want to go to the bar. It's loud there.
Yeah, it's always loud there.
Oh well,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
And I had a sneezing fit right before it was time to go live, of course. So
Of course.
my nose is.
Why would you want one like any other time?
It feels like there's a little man standing on the end of my nose, and he has a little feather, and he's going. And I can looking right at myself in the camera. I know it's not there, but my nose thinks it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got. I went out for a walk just before around time you started, I guess.
Yeah.
And I had ran up to the corner store up the road. I swear the snow drifts, like the snow piles, were as tall as I am. And that was mostly from the one snowstorm we got on Sunday and Monday. And then tomorrow we're supposed to get some more, so that'll be fun.
Yuck. I'm
Yeah.
not jealous. I do not envy you at all. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I don't mind the snow. When I was a kid, we got way more snow when I was a kid. And bury a house kind of snow.
Oh, geez, no.
Yeah. Like I would go out my attic window with a crazy carpet. It's basically a piece of plastic about
Yeah.
a little larger than adult shoulder width kind of thing, your average kind of size person. And it was, I don't know, about 5 feet long, and it had like little handhelds, and you slide on it. So, even though it wasn't carpet at all, it was just a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And you'd slide. It would be like a easy
Like a
pickup
sled.
slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went out the attic window before the plow went by, because then you go really far. If the plow goes by, you just hit the snowdrift on the other side and then land 14 feet down on the concrete, and that's just no
Ouch.
fun.
No.
Or on the road, and yeah, that's just no fun.
All right, Purple, back to work. We'll keep you company.
So yeah, that was, and kind of reminds me of back then now.
We used to have down the street from where I lived when I was a kid was the elementary school, and the playground was down a hill. Like the school set up on a hill, and there was this lovely grass hill that slid down to the playground.
Yeah.
And if it snowed, which it rarely did, but it did occasionally, we would take, we had some old water skis that someone had homemade. Like you could tell they were just homemade.
Yeah.
And we cut the rudders off of them. And we would sit on these skis and slide down the hill. Water skis. And I've done it on air mattresses, like inflatable floaties, and slide down snow, because they don't sell crazy carpets here.
No,
we have to make our own garbage bags,
Yeah, whatever you can.
Yeah, socks for mittens, because
yeah,
yeah,
you don't carry winter clothes. No. That's pretty funny. Oh my, I'm a little bit sniffly too, but it's just from being outside.
Yeah. This is the worst time for me. The leaves are all on the ground and dry and dusty, and there's moldy, and it's yucky. I don't like it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, don't forget to go over to Math Pig's channel after a while. I'm going to be hanging out with Math Pig in a little bit.
Awesome.
4 p.m. Central.
Awesome.
5 Eastern. So I've been in some of his after chats, but I've not been just he and I one-on-one. So I'm excited. He cracks me up. So
awesome.
He's a fun guy. And I don't mean a mushroom.
Are you sure?
I don't think he's a mushroom.
Sure?
I've seen him, so he doesn't.
No, okay. I was gonna say, if you've seen him, do you know for sure? I'm getting beaten up, and I'm hungry.
Eat, Nadine. Don't starve. The name of the game is don't starve.
I'm running. I can't eat. I'm trying not to die. I just died. I just died. I was trying not to die. But I found the resurrection stone, so.
Is your character still the one that can only eat meat?
No, that was just for that one game.
Okay.
I've switched characters since then because it's too hard to manage her. It's too hard to manage the character that can only eat meat.
Yeah.
But now, unfortunately, I have to go get my stuff. The beef lower in heat. That's why their bums were red. See the red bums. They get well, not so much more. They want some and they can't get some, so they're mad as heck. They will mess
they
you
get
up.
Red bums instead of blue balls, huh?
Yeah, they get red butts instead of blue balls, and they will mess you up something fierce.
I would imagine, yes. That sounds painful in so many respects, many different ways that could go badly.
They will mess you up. And oh, look, my froggy. Oh, you little bastard! This little freaking thing. I I hate the damn thing. It's so. It's a lure plant and it puts out eyebally things everywhere, and it's a pain in the arse to get rid of. And I was lucky I found it when I did.
Na 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 na. Hi, honey. How you doing? Come on in. Uh, corrugated plastic election signs is what Purple used for sliding down the hill behind the library.
Ooh.
See, kids can be really inventive if they have to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and the pigeon ladies making fajitas. Oh, I love fajitas. See, now I'm going to have to go get Mexican food. I should text the husband right now.
Damn it.
Just heads up, babe. I would like to go get
That
Mexican food.
little bastard killed my little Chester, and I thought he'd be dead, and he's eating all my food too. There, much better.
Beware
But
the tentacles.
Well, it was more that doggy thing, because bastard eat my stuff and kill my Chester, and oh no, Chester's down at the farm. Oh good, okay, never mind. He didn't kill Chester.
Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't
Yay.
lose your Chester.
Yeah, because that would have been bad. Because I'm very sad. Because you gotta, have your Chester. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm gonna die.
Hello, the memes of destruction is here. Hi, honey. How you doing?
No.
Natina's gaming, and I'm just hanging out. The kids got their tablets back for Christmas, so I have a perfect babysitter now. Like, take your machine and go away for a little while. That game is called Don't Starve.
Yeah.
It's on Steam, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm playing it, is on Steam, and I really, really love it. I play it a lot. Phase plan of distraction works very well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been working very well.
Hi, Nerdy. Pigeon Lady, I do intermittent fasting. Today is cheat day, and then I don't eat for 2 days a week. Then I eat less calories. Forces my body not to store fat, so I'll be all lean. And I'm going to assume that sexy summer. I'm chubby now. I'm chubby too. I've always been chubby. I was very thin one time in my life, and it was nice, but it was not good because I had got there for all the wrong reasons. But I have lost 10 pounds since I stopped drinking Coca-Cola and switched to Coke Zero. Taken like 3 months, but I am down 10 whole pounds, which is a lot for me.
Yay!
And it's staying off, which is cool. Although I'll probably put most of it back on this evening if I get to go out for Mexican food. I'm a firm believer in fasting. I really do think it's a good thing because it also gives your stomach chance to shrink up a little bit. And then when you do go to eat, you can actually not eat as much. I've done that. That was one of the ways I lost how much that the most weight I ever lost, I think, was like 75 pounds. And it took me about a year and a half. And it was portion control and fasting, but the one thing I couldn't get rid of was the Coca-Cola. I've been a Coca-Cola-aholic since I was a child. My mother was a Coke drinker, and there was always Coke in the house, always. And I'm like, that's the only one I like. I don't want any other soda. I don't do Pepsi. I can't stand Dr. Pepper. Sprite. I went on a Sprite kick for a little while. And when Diet Coke first came out, my friend and I were on the Diet Coke kick for a while, but it was just too gross. I couldn't stand the aftertaste. But
Yeah.
Dean turned me on to Coke Zero, and it's much better. What's the matter, Boo Boo? Hold on 1 second. We've got tablet issues. What's the problem?
So game.
You're welcome. Okay.
Game.
They have Kindle, and I don't.
Oh yeah.
They downloaded a bunch of damn games and stuff that I didn't know about, and
Mm.
so it locks up ever so often because they don't have any storage space on them anymore.
Yeah, they will do that.
I don't look chubby. Oh, well, thank you. The parts of me that are chubby are not in view of the camera. So I pull the arms up. I got the bat wings, and this here is something I have even when I'm thinner. It doesn't matter. I will forever and always have the double chin because it's just part of my face. My father had it. My grandparents had it. It runs in my family. So my dad used to tell me that's your tongue muscles because you talk too much.
Your tongue muscles because you talk too much.
Overdeveloped tongue muscle. No, he says, look, put your hand right here and now stick your tongue out. See? Like, okay.
That's pretty
That
funny,
was
though.
probably the thing my parents told me the most was shh. Shh. Either stop talking or lower your voice. Take your pick. I'm always I'm right here. You don't have to holler at me.
My dad has gone to the extreme of do you ever shut up? When I have something to say, I really say it. I'm fairly quiet otherwise, but
something I want to say. On a roll.
Yeah, that could be an understatement.
I have to be drunk to really get too rambly. If I go way off on, rabbit trails and stuff like that, it's usually because I'm drinking. There's not much else that does that to me. Yeah. I get distracted easily though. If I'm going, like when I'm doing these things, if I'm trying to watch the chat and I'm trying to listen to you with somebody, I'm gonna miss something. So excuse me. Something's gonna go by and I'm gonna be confused at some point. What? Lucozade. I was also addicted to putting ice popsicles in it.
Ice popsicles?
Oh, Coca-Cola. Oh, barely drink pop. See, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and then the chat in here is behind. Tongue muscles from talking, mine's from something else. Uh-oh. You're gonna watch that pigeon lady. She'll go blue on you real quick. Hi, Spooky. Yes, Nadine is still playing that darned game. Hashtag addicted. Yep.
Hashtag not.
But it's cheaper than crack and it won't kill her. Right?
Exactly. And I don't notice how much I hurt when I'm doing it. So
that's
the purpose of it was
distraction.
Yeah, it's distraction. Yep. So I don't notice how much it hurts.
I'm glad that's working for you.
Yeah. Well, it seems to work pretty good. So, stupid bird. Bird was in my way.
Game.
Oh, I almost got by a frog. That's like the most embarrassing way to die in this game.
The frogs?
And the frog gets you, yeah. Yeah, definitely an embarrassing way to die. Apparently I have too much stuff in the way.
I finally got my Christmas decorations down. I had put it off as long as I possibly could. I just couldn't take it no more. So I'll be glad to get a new house, and I will have better lighting for my recording. This is not good. I got a towel over this window. I've got the blinds closed over here as far as I can, but there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah.
So, it's bad.
Yeah, those.
It's still better than the sitting in the bedroom on the bed with all the crap on my headboard. So, but that's why I switched to the shiny, because I was not having any luck with the green screen thing. In the one,
they're a pain in the arse to set up.
Yeah,
they are. Once you get them set up, it's great, but to get them set up is...
Well, it was working in the sense that it was, it would go black and it would be like there's nothing back there. But there was in the app that I was using, there was no way to put something in place of it, like a background. And until I get better at using the other thing, I just said to hell with it, and I put some duct tape on this piece of fabric that was part of a Halloween costume once and threw it up there. Because shiny is good, and then it doesn't clash with whatever I'm wearing. So,
well, that works. That does work.
I did have on a shirt the other day that was exactly the same color as the blue background I had, and it was not funny.
Sure it is.
No, because I don't have my shirts are always open because I like open collars. I don't like stuff up around my neck, and so it was weird looking. It wasn't even a good floating head illusion, And it was short sleeves, so my arms were sticking out, and it was not good.
It was a V-neck floating head illusion.
Yeah, with bat wings.
With bat wings. Well, whatever works or doesn't, I suppose, whichever the case may be.
I remember my 6th grade, I want to say language arts teacher, I think. And she was an older lady and very thin, but she had the best bat wings. I mean, she just had the best ones I ever saw. When I think of them, when I see my own, I think, man, I wish I had Miss McAfee's bat wings. They were fantastic. They created wind. She'd be writing on the chalkboard. She'd be erasing, running the eraser on that. You could just like whoosh, 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 blow papers off the desk. It was great. She was one of those awesome old ladies that had super teased up, beautiful white, perfectly bubbled, teased up hair, and red, knife/red lipstick. And she was a trip.
Oh, wow.
Addicted even if you say you're not, Nadine.
What?
Yes.
I've done.
That's okay.
No. Never. Absolutely no. No. Nope. Nope. Maybe a little. It's possible.
It'll be all right. We don't mind. I miss you. I won't deny that I miss you, and I miss you being in the DMs, and I miss you being around. But I'm really glad you're distracted from your misery too.
Well, it was last winter. I wouldn't have come on here last winter. There was no way I would have come on here.
Oh, it does make me feel better to know that it's because you're doing something else, not because you're just so unhappy or in pain or uncomfortable or miserable or whatever other horrible thing. And I think, well, where's Nadine? Oh, she's playing a game. That's much feeling.
Yeah, I know. It's I disappeared, but believe me, I'm way more disappeared if I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like Faye was even saying last night that last year I could barely string together a coherent sentence in the winter because I hurt so bad. So, and she was right. She was absolutely correct. And like now I'm at least socializing some. And even though Game, game,
Game.
game. But I like this kind of game, so what can I do? What I'm trying to do is clear off the area so I can lay down my farm.
Old Nadine had a farm. E-I-E-O.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a beefalo here and a beefalo there.
That's about it.
Okay, they keep
Hi,
talking about
Philip.
Lucozade. What is Lucozade? Is that like Gatorade or Powerade? Is this a European thing that I don't know? Why have I not heard of Lucozade?
I haven't got a clue.
If they sell it in the water aisle, that's why, because I don't ever even go down that aisle. Philip, she is playing a game called Don't Starve.
And I'm doing a very bad job of not starving right now because I'm trying to set up my base. So I keep forgetting to feed myself.
Eat, woman.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me now. Uh-oh. I don't have a shovel on me. I need a shovel. I'm disheveled.
You're disheveled.
Super bad game joke, but I stand by it.
We've already watched you die once since you got here, so I don't want to see that again. Eat.
Well, I got died because because the stupid bad dogs was chasing me. They weren't even good dogs. You couldn't even pet the damn things.
Philip says, I play 7 Days to Die. I don't know. I tried to play my Goat Simulator the other day, and it just makes my laptop get really hot.
Yeah.
So I didn't play it for very long, and I'm really bad at it. And my biggest problem is I use a trackball. Okay, I don't use a regular mouse, and I don't use the little touchpad on my laptop because it irritates me. But trying to keep the perspective on the goat and trying to move the goat was a lot harder with the trackball than I expected it to be. So
yeah, I use the trackball, but I actually to keep my hands from hurting, I actually switch my mouse buttons around. So while I'm holding it with the right hand, it's actually set up for left-hand use.
Okay.
And I find my hands don't hurt. My hands don't hurt nearly as much.
Oh, nerds.
Oops. I'm gonna starve
I played
again.
video games when I was a kid. We had Pong, and we had Nintendo, and we had Atari, and we had those things when I was a kid. But after I got older and had husbands who wanted to sit on the couch and do nothing but play video games, I was like, I hate video games. And I think that's what tainted me in general from the video games is, I don't know, because I got real into the Facebook games and stuff for a while, the Farmville and dumb crap like that. But that was not as much fun because I had to friend people I didn't know. And that was also very much during my angry atheist stage where I was just posting the most offensive memes I could find and stuff like that just for sheer spite and hatefulness. So, hi Theo. How you doing, honey? Yeah. I still post them, but it's not for the same reason and not as often. My motives are different now. I'm just trying to educate people. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Absolutely.
I almost don't Facebook at all anymore. Maybe once a week I'll stay on it long enough to, repost something. But
I barely touched Facebook in ages. It's almost
Shadow Kitty's
ridiculous.
old. When I was a kid, television shows were in black and white. Some of them were when I was a kid too, but most of it was in color. If you were watching one in black and white, you knew it was an old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Munsters
Hmm.
and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. Theo's on Facebook once a year to thank for my birthday greetings. You know, if you take your birthday off of there, that doesn't tell anybody when it's your birthday. I had mine that way for a long time. Philip's been singing karaoke. Surprise! No, I'm not surprised. Just kidding. Just play it. Just playing, Philip. He knows I pick on him sometimes. Like, singular focus. That's why that's say karaoke's my addiction too. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I used to practice every day at home and I don't get to do that anymore. And so when I do go out, I'm rusty and not polished and it pisses me off. So I don't enjoy it like I used to.
Well, just try some WD-40.
I wish that was all I could do. Just squirt, 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 squirt. That would be easier. But no, I used to have a permanent setup where I could just go and plug in and turn it on and sing, go through all my songs if I wanted to, spend the whole day doing nothing but that if I chose. But I can't do that anymore without pulling everything out and resetting it up and plugging it all in and taking up the entire dining room table. And that entire area over there just gets completely taken over. And it's
Don't
just
like
not
the
worth it. It's not worth
No.
the energy to me to make the mess because then at some point I have to put it all back up because everybody gets tired of it being in the way, including me. And so I don't get to play as much as I used to. And
Mm.
at least now I've found out I won't die if I don't sing every day. I thought that I would, but I don't. So I'm still
Oh,
alive.
so you didn't die? No?
I didn't
Awesome.
die. It didn't kill
Awesome.
me. I thought my head would build
Awesome.
up pressure and just explode at some point, but it didn't. So
Oh, that's awesome. I'm fishing.
fishing. I love to go fishing, but I never do it. I live right here on the water and I could walk out the back door and go fishing anytime I want, and I never do. It's just criminal, I think. The
Aw,
fishing is not very good off the back bulkhead here, but
no.
I do catch fish. They're just no fun to catch because they're generally little teeny little bitty catfish about that big, maybe that big.
Just
I've
little
caught
bitty ones?
occasional carp, you know, uh, or drum, whatever you want to call it. The occasional alligator gar. Those are hard to catch. Uh,
What's an alligator gar?
it is a very slow moving, very large, bony fish that has an extended mouth with lots of really sharp teeth in it that looks like an alligator.
Oh, okay.
But it's a fish. And they're hard to catch because they're picky eaters, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I've caught one here. I am in Texas, Theo. East Texas, the piney woods of East Texas. uh, but this lake that I'm on is just a dammed up spot in the Trinity River, and so it's really muddy water. And I mean, there are bass and there are perch and there are crappie and there's all kind of fish in here to catch. They just don't live anywhere near where my backyard is. They live over in areas where there's cover and reeds and roots and things for them to live in. It's just kind of a mud flat over here where I'm at. And so all I get is these stupid little catfish and the occasional random other thing. But it's nice
Yeah.
to sit out there and just sit and fish. I like doing that. And the kids always,
Awesome.
Granny, can we go fish with you? Yeah, come on. And that lasts all of 5 minutes. You just spend all the time getting them set up and hooks baited and get them in the water. And I'm done. This is boring. Okay, good. Go play on the swings like Granny Fish. Go on. Be quiet. Don't scare the fish away. I like night fishing better than anything, though, because I'm not one of those people that will get up early in the morning to go fishing.
Mm,
If I'm up that early, it's under duress, and I'm not gonna get dressed and go fishing.
I can agree with you there for sure. I'm no way an early morning person.
And I do not eat fish that I catch in this lake. I catch them and I throw them back, uh, and I don't eat them because ew, I can smell the water, so I don't want to eat anything that lives in that.
Uh oh.
What the heck is that? A tree monster?
Yeah, it's a tree monster. It's a tree guard. Now I've killed them before,
What you do?
but
Cut down
I'm
too many trees and piss it off, or what?
exactly.
I'm sorry, I keep rubbing my nose, y'all, but that little man on my nose is pissing me off. Get
But
off
yeah,
me.
that is exactly what happened. Is I cut down too many trees and I pissed it off.
Make a torch and set it on fire. It's
No,
a
because
tree.
then he walks around and catches everything on fire.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, if I can
planted a
get
tree?
yeah,
Got
well,
any concrete?
I can plant some trees, but I'd rather the logs that he gives out because they're. But I've got to set them up.
Well, kick his ass. Oop, miss me. Now you gotta kiss me. If you catch fish in muddy water, keep them alive in a filter tank. It gets rid of the
Ah,
muddy, slimy taste.
he killed me.
Yeah,
Well, that's one way to ditch him, though.
that is true. That's one way to get away from him. Just let him kill you.
Well, I didn't. Let was. And you see, I prepped this spot so that I could survive if I got resurrected during the winter. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Well, I used to have a boathouse that I could go out and fish on too, but it got torn up, so it's gone. And all I can do is stand on the bank, and it's only, uh, I haven't even. Yeah, the lake's down pretty good right now, so it's probably only about 2 foot deep. So there's not a lot of good fishing right here. There is good fishing in this lake, but not where I'm at, which is probably why I don't do it more often. To sit down there for 3 hours or more and catch one or two fish is
Yeah.
not as much fun. It's the act of fishing, not the catching, that I'm more into though, because sitting quietly and staring out at the water is very good for me.
I
Sea
get it.
fish, I agree with Pigeon Lady. Sea fish is better. I will not eat freshwater fish. I don't like catfish or bass or any of that stuff. I like ocean fish, whitefish. Like flounder is really good. I really like
Rainbow.
flounder.
I love rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're they're like salmon, I suppose.
Nerdy says, I'm normally just in one state, semi-conscious. Yes, I like cod. I like seafood. I don't like lake food. But I have always had aquariums. Even when I was a kid, we had fish tanks, and lake fish, freshwater fish taste like my aquarium smells to me. Like it's just no.
I get
I
that.
need a little salt in my fish or something. I don't know.
I get that.
Spooky Bed Hair wants to know, what is your survival record number of days?
My number of days is just a second. We'll look at the morgue.
There's a morgue?
There's a morgue.
That's awesome.
We'll have a look. Oh, come on, hurry up.
I've never been deep sea fishing either, but I have surf fished off the beach and caught flounder, and I've caught what are those other stupid little
Morgue. 62 is my record.
62. That's a long time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 62 days. And if you don't notice, there's not a whole lot of starvation. There is one at 32, 2, and 3, 4. 4 starvations in this Be Huge list, and most of them have been probably the most embarrassing was the Pangull one. Was actually the Pangull one at up here. There should have been a Pangull one in the.
What the hell is a pangle?
It's like a cross between a penguin and a gull, and it must be this 24-day one, because the Pangull jumped out. I was running from spiders and dogs, the hounds and the spiders, because I was almost dead. So I was just mostly trying to run them around, and I got stuck behind a spider's nest, and Pangull jumped out of the water and run into me and killed me. that was kind of embarrassing. Yeah. So
yeah, if I had a way to filter them, I might, but I also have never and probably will never have cleaned a fish and made it and prepared it for eating. I have filleted a crappie, I think, once. My dad made me do it, and I was like, no, I don't want to cut the guts out. I think I did it one time, and I was rather young, but that's the other reason I don't keep them, because I don't want to clean them. I don't want to eat them, but I don't want to kill them, and I don't want to clean them, because that's messy and gross. And
I've never cleaned a fish either. Even being from Newfoundland and caught plenty of them, I've never cleaned a fish.
Yeah, that was always somebody else's job.
Yeah,
I caught it, you clean it, I'll eat it, maybe.
Yeah,
not.
I definitely ate plenty of them.
My parents lived in Corpus Christi for many years, and so they had a house on the canals down off just before you go across to the island off the bay there. And we used to catch all kind of stuff down there. He even had some crab traps, and he would catch those little blue crabs. We would have fresh crab. Yum. Mm-hmm. I like all kinds of seafood. Crab and lobster and shrimps and squids, and the only thing I haven't tried is snails. I have not tried an escargot, but
and stuff. Oh my!
And stuff. Oh my! If I had my own restaurant, it would be a Mexican seafood restaurant. Yeah, there's a lot of people that live around here, Pigeon Lady, that fish for their food, and I don't fault them for eating the fish. I'm lucky I can be selective about the fish that I eat. Some people are not that fortunate, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. And I don't fault them for eating the fish, but when there's been warnings out for a couple of years now about eating the fish here, that it's probably not good for you, and I had already sworn off eating the fish from the lake when the warnings came out, and I'm like, see, I told y'all it was nasty. But yeah, you gotta eat. A good friend of mine had a trick that he would do. The catfish, he would cut it up into bits, and he would put it in a bowl of ice water mixed with mustard, just plain old yellow mustard, and he would let them sit and marinate in that mustard water, icy mustard water. I don't know if the ice was real important, but
mustard water.
And he then bread it and fry it like you would normally do catfish nuggets or whatever, and it was actually pretty good. I ate it because he was my friend, and I'm polite like that. Not my favorite thing, but it was pretty good. It was not as fishy tasting. It really cut that lake taste out of it without making it taste like mustard. And
So it
I'm not a
must have been
huge.
important.
It must have been.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Philip, really? Has it been that long? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it had been that long. I'm sorry, sweetie. I can't believe it's been a year.
I'm sorry for the interruption. I just couldn't wait to tell that terrible dad joke. I don't have any good ones, so you only get the bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had a friend that was a waitress. I don't know if she's still doing it or not. I haven't talked to her in a while, but she worked at one of the local places where the truckers all stop, like on their way through, and she always had the best dirty jokes. I mean, just some of them were just vile, nasty, awful jokes, and for her to come out of her mouth, but she had the best jokes, and she could remember all of them, and she would tell them, and I can't remember any of them at all. I don't
Aw.
remember jokes well at all. I have one dirty joke that I tell. I've probably already told it like 10 times on my channel, so I'm not telling it today. It's the only one I have, and it's disgusting, but I'm just not good at jokes because I can't remember the simple ones, like the old what we used to call Aggie jokes, you know, uh, football rivalry thing, UT versus A&M, the Aggies, and we used to tell dumb Aggie jokes. Uh, like, did you hear the story about the Aggies who drowned when their truck went off the bridge? They couldn't figure out how to open the tailgate. Yeah,
That's terrible.
it is. It's bad. No, my friend Philip, it does not seem like it's been that long since we lost Sweet Cherry. She was something else. She was a heck of a lady. And she did make some very nice jewelry for sure. So Pigeon Lady's close to Wales. Okay, cool. Oh, I love scallops and oysters.
And yummies, oh my.
Yes. They're talking about seafood. Oh my God, you're killing me. I'm not sure if crab or lobster is my favorite. I want to say lobster is my favorite because it's like the best combination between shrimp and crab. Uh, my husband does not like lobster, and he's too lazy to eat crab. It's not that he doesn't like it. He's fully confessed to the fact that he's too lazy and he's not going to work that hard for that little piece of meat to get it out of the crab. So I was like, good, more for me. Give me yours. I have been known to break them open a little bit. Here, babe, here's you some crab meat. I'll open his crabs for him. But that and crawfish. I love crawfish. Boiled crawfish. Spicy. Yum.
I don't think I'm going to survive this one very long. Especially if I end up eating the stuff that I'm using to fertilize. That would be bad.
Yes, Philip, I agree. Sherry would have loved Nadine because what's not to love?
Game?
Game? Game?
It's terrible.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all watch Nadine play the game for a minute because I got to go get me something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, don't act like you can't entertain people with this game because I know you can.
Damn it. She saw through me. So how you guys doing? I can't see the chat very well. I'm sorry. Let me get situated so I can see. I do jewelry as well. I've done chainmail and some other stuffs. A lot of chainmail actually. And oh, I'm gonna get got by the froggy. Excuse me. They're a pain in the arse. Once they get onto you, they start doing that, and it's just like they start stealing your stuff out of your pocket, and oh, there's so many of them. I need to build a wall. And see, he's chasing me. I need more food, and I need a way to process it so that I can keep it more during the winter. And I'm gonna, during the winter though, these frogs won't be around, so that won't be so bad. And winter's almost here. It's like a couple of days away. So, quick days. I think it's like 8 minutes is a day. Oops, I know I can't do that. Wrong place. There we go. And the flooring, I repossessed from the Pig King guy. You know, instead of making my own, I repossessed it. You know.
Okay, sorry about
It's
that.
yeah, making me entertain people.
What?
So
You didn't have no trouble doing that for like 5 hours, right? But I can't get 3 minutes.
Are you saying that I'm shoveling bullshit? I'm not shoveling anything right at this moment. See? I got my shovel there and everything.
Oh, you're not disheveled anymore. Good deal.
No, I'm not disheveled. Except I'm trying to figure out how to get the monster to go over to the froggies, and so I can do some burning and things in this forest, and mostly make it so that I can do a little bit of work. Work. Yep. And what? I can't. And because I need to chop down the trees around here so that I can build boxes to put my stuff in, so that's not all over the place. And he has to be out of the way enough for me to be able to do that. And he's not quite far enough away.
The crabs I get are huge, some bigger than a dinner plate. If they're small, I throw them back. Yes, crab is some of my favorite. I won't deny that. I will actually purchase crab in a container. Put it in my oyster stew.
Oyster stew?
Yep.
I've done well, I can't say I've done much with cooking. Exactly the person that cooks anywhere ever. My version of cooking is grilled cheese sandwiches, which I do very well, and melty cheese sandwiches. And I have cooked pork chops in a mushroom soup sauce. Like it's just
That
a
sounds good.
can of mushroom soup. You fry up the pork chops, and then you put it in the oven in a pan with the mushroom soup, and you let that bake for a while and kind of simmer there. And I'm not sure what I'm doing. I need to throw something in the fire. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die unless I figure out what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. I couldn't figure out where my fire pit was. That's how you die by Charlie. Charlie's the monster that comes in the night and gets you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Charlie is not fun to die by.
Okay, Pigeon Lady, I see what you're saying there about killing them first. I was under the impression when you froze them that they just kind of went to sleep and then froze. Like it was, I was taught it was nicer to just freeze them. Am I wrong? How did we end up with an echo?
I have no idea. There was no echo, and then there was an echo when you come back.
Yeah, let me see here. What's the deal? It's not that. Hmm.
Maybe your headphones come loose a little.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do you hear it?
I hear like it sounds like the sink's running.
Sounds like the sink's running.
Yeah, like a dripping kind
Oh,
of sound.
that's the aquarium over there.
Okay. Okay. I think
Oh,
that's what
I'm
they might
sorry
be
you can hear
hearing.
that.
I'm not sure. No, that's fine. It's just it sounds like something could have been echoing, so I think that's what they're hearing.
I need to add
'Cause-
water to the aquarium so it's not so loud.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I think that might be what they hear though.
Mm.
Because other than that, I don't really hear an echo. So,
Ah, okay.
yeah, I'm thinking that might be what
Oh,
the
bye,
echo
Shane
is.
Kitty.
Bye,
Have
kitty.
fun.
Yay, have fun. Lots of fun. Lots and lots and lots of fun. I'm gonna eat that. Oh,
Oh, okay. I see what you mean, Pigeon Lady. Okay.
what?
You know what? Well, we were talking about freezing the crabs before you kill them, or killing the crabs before you freeze them.
Yeah.
And she said, it's like when you see pinkies at the pet shop, they all freeze in different stances. Sometimes the crabs came out like that, so I was mortified. What do I have in my aquarium? I have a really large blood parrotfish. It's a cichlid hybrid, man-made hybrid. His name is Herbert. He's bright orange. He's magnificent, and he's kind of a jerk. He doesn't like me at all. I've seen people who could pet their fish, literally put their hand in the tank and pet this type of fish and hand feed it, and that didn't happen with Herbert. So if I stick my hand in the tank, Herbert's going to try to bite me. But
Oh,
I
bye.
still love Herbert. He's got a lot of personality, and he chases you when you go by the tank, especially the little one, because she's like head level with the aquarium. When she walks by, he's waiting for her on this corner, and he chases her over to that corner. Waits for her to come back. It's funny.
Sounds like it.
But his name is Herbert, an obscure Star Trek reference.
I was thinking the find your words, Nadine. Herbert West Reanimator.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a H.P. Lovecraft book.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
also have snails in my aquarium. Those are recent purchases. I have a black mystery snail, I have a zebra snail, and I have a leopard snail. Anyway, they're to clean the tank up because Herbert gets very upset when I put the scrubby in the tank and start scrubbing the stuff. He gets very, very angry.
Angry parrotfish.
Yes, he was one of a pair that I had gotten,
Ah.
and I had other fish in the aquarium at the time too when I got the pair of parrotfish. And the other parrotfish was very aggressive, and he was attacking the angelfish, and he was attacking the shark, and he was attacking all the other fish. and I flushed him. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
wow.
I did.
Oh, just 1 second.
Uh,
Mm,
he had to go. And so the other one was a lot less aggressive until I got rid of the first one. And then he got more aggressive. And eventually he just became the only inhabitant of the aquarium. Uh, which is why he ended up with the name Herbert, because he's an ass. He's just an aggressive fish.
So, guess what time it is?
It is supper time for Nadine.
Yay! Love you.
Thank you for coming by, honey. It's good
You're
to see you,
welcome. Talk
darling.
to you
Love
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Herbert is about the size of my hand now. He's a pretty good sized fish. I think there is a video on my channel of Herbert. I think there was. It might be in some of the. I used to have a whole bunch of like home videos and stuff on my channel, and I went and put them unlisted and private and stuff like that, so that they weren't part of my content now. I think there's a couple of them that got left on there, and I thought about getting it a mate, but it didn't like any of the other fish that lived in the tank. And he's so big now, I can only imagine what buying one his size would cost me, because he was pretty pricey and he was only about this big when I got him. So he's just going to have to. I just don't think he would be happy with anybody else in the tank. He already aggravates the snails and they don't bother him at all. But he's very picky about his housekeeping. He has taken all of the gravel and cleared out like a bald spot where there's no gravel on the bottom of the tank, and has moved all the gravel up to the corners and the sides. And that's kind of how he spends his days, moving the gravel around, putting it where it wants. And the plants that are in there have to be mobile so that he can move them around and rearrange them when he wants to. So, I don't remember which one was bigger of the two. Um, I don't remember. I've had him 8 years now, something like that. Um, but he's very, very particular about the gravel and the plants in the tank. And when I clean the tank and things get moved around, he is upset and will not eat for a couple of days until he gets it all straightened back out. So there's a distinct possibility that Herbert is a girl. Yes, it's very, very possible. Um, shortly after I got him and went and Googled him to try and figure out whether he was a boy or girl, I had come to the conclusion that he was a male, but he was still really young at the time, and I just haven't gone back to check. So he may be a girl. I'm not sure. It kind of doesn't matter unless I'm planning on breeding, which I don't want any baby fish. I used to breed guppies, and that's a nightmare because they breed like once a month and have like 25 to 50 babies at a time. And yeah, guppies are not good fish for just casual tank inhabitants. If you're going to get guppies, don't get pairs. The vet can DNA test. That's probably true. I would imagine he could, but I don't see me taking Herbert to the vet ever. No, no, it's not a. It's I can't recall ever taking a fish to the vet. I got him some snails, and he doesn't like the snails. He mostly leaves them alone, but if they are in the wrong place at the wrong time and he's moving rocks, they're going to get knocked off or moved around. So I'm hoping that the snails have babies so that they'll help me keep the tank a little cleaner. I don't know. I would feel terrible if I went and bought him a friend and he killed that friend, which is what I think would actually happen. I think he would kill a friend if I put another fish in there of any kind, and if I put him another one of his kind in there, I think he would be very upset. That is just his space. I can't even put. I used to have like a little ceramic gone fishing sign, and there was a little peace sign and some little decorations in the tank, and he hated them. He hated them. When I took them out, he was much happier. So he doesn't even like things in his tank. It's rocks and plants, and he moves the bubble stone, the aerator. He moves it around in random places wherever he wants it today. That's where it's going to be, and it doesn't matter where I put it. If I bury it in the gravel like it's supposed to be, he'll He'll pull it out and put it somewhere else. He's pretty aggressive. uh, I'm not sure if he bit me if it would hurt because his actual mouth doesn't close all the way. He has an internal jaw that he eats with, so his teeth are inside. But he picks up rocks and spits them out pretty good. So I don't know. I've never let him try to bite me, so I don't want to find out if it hurts or not. I also don't want him to get a taste for mom flesh. That would be bad. But he doesn't appear to have any teeth of any kind, and his lips do not close all the way. He's always got a permanent like mouth breather on his look on his face. But he likes the cichlid pellets that I feed him, and he likes the river shrimp, the little dried shrimp. He does not get fed every day because he won't eat every day. He gets fed about every 2 or 3 days, and that seems to be good. He's big old fat, happy, healthy fish. So if he gets much bigger, we're gonna have to get a bigger tank though, because he's getting rather large. I got a 30-gallon over there, and it's got the one with the curved front. I'm not sure about that either. When I'm scrubbing the tank with the scrubby thing, he bites it, and just as hard as he hits it, I'm not so sure that little jaw's not coming out and taking little bites of it. So I just don't want to find out. I don't like to get bit, so I just haven't tried it. Um, he doesn't usually. He doesn't like anything in his tank at all. If the net comes down, he's angry. If the scrubby comes in, he's angry. He eats aggressively. The little floaty pellets on the top, he's like, "Nyar, nyar, nyar." But if I try to feed him every day, there's too much. He won't eat it. So really, I wasn't sure if he would stop growing or not with the size of the tank. Well, then I won't upgrade because I don't really want to. This one cost me a fortune, and it's not that old. When I shut down the beauty shop and moved the tank home, we got him a whole new tank, and it was a little bit bigger than the other one, but not by much. But he's big. I did have to buy a bigger hidey hole because he likes his cave. He has to have a little something to go inside of, and finding something big enough for him to fit his big fat ass into was a trick. And this one looks like branches, like what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a root system, kind of. But it's big enough for him to go in and out of, and he keeps it cleared. There's no rocks in the bottom of it. None. No rocks allowed in the bottom of it. So. Oh, yeah, he's got room to swim. He swims. Yeah, he's not that much too big for it, but I I want him to be comfortable and happy, even if he is kind of an asshole. Yeah, he hasn't totally outgrown it yet, but if he doesn't stop, like soon or now, then he could very well get too big for it. I'm worried that he might. Because some fish, I don't know if he's the type to keep growing. Some fish will keep growing no matter how big the tank is, and some will not. Some will stop at a certain point because of the size of the tank, but I don't know. But there is a video out there of a fellow that pets his parrotfish. Same, looks just like Herbert, and the fish swims up, and he's loving on the fish, and the fish is just coming back for more. And, oh, love me some more, and it's the weirdest thing I ever saw. Uh, I never dreamed a fish could be petted. uh, but Herbert doesn't. Herbert doesn't want anything to do with me at all, which is fine. That's fine. Well, guys, I'm probably going to shut it down. I think it's been going about an hour and a half. That's not too bad. I lost my Nadine, so I'm going to go and take a break. Y'all come over to Math Pig's channel in a little while and watch whatever happens, because I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm thinking it's an interview type thing. I don't know. It could just be me and Math Pig hanging out, BSing. He did promise me there wouldn't be any arguing over religion and stuff, so that's right up my alley. I'd prefer to not argue about it. I'm right and don't care what you think. That's how I feel about it, and that's the super simplified version. So come over to see Math Pig at 4 o'clock Central, which is it's 2:30 here now, 2:36. So an hour and a half from now. So yeah, come over and hang out with us. See what's going on. Show Math Pig some love, because he loves on everybody. I appreciate everybody coming hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I have been snorky and sneezy and snotty and not very animated. I'm ready for school to start. I got to get up early in the morning, but I can live with that if it means the kids go to school. And I get my day back. Tomorrow there will be more Ask Granny. I have video worked up for that, so y'all come back and check it out. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and ring the bell. And any and all links to find me in other places on the World Wide Web are in the description below. So come and follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet much, but I'm there if you need to find me there. It's easier to find me there than it is on Facebook. Facebook is a burnout on Facebook. So y'all come and see me. And thanks for coming and watching. I'll see you around. Bye. Peace.